Have you ever thought about opening up your own lash studio? Maybe you're at home right now working with clients there, or you're probably working at a salon right now and you want to have your own studio. Well, that's what I'm going to show you and talk to you about today. This is my salon here, and I have a few things that I want to talk to you about before you get your own. And it's important that you go through these things because I don't want you to go through the same mistakes that I have. I went through 4 or 5 different salon places. I went through a couple different office buildings, a couple different warehouses just to look for a location to do these kind of things, and that's what I want to talk to you about. So the first thing is the location. Is the location going to be safe for that your so that your clients come there, they feel welcome, they feel like, okay, this place is going to be great. I'm okay with parking my car there. I don't have to worry about anything happening. Is it lit up? I mean, is the parking lot got a nice lights or whatever? Again, these are things you have to think of, not just your location of where you're at, like the inside of the building. Think of the safety of your clients because if they see that you're in a rough neighborhood or tough neighborhood that they don't want to be in, that can make a big difference too. And also the pricing. Pricing makes a big difference depending on where you're at. Obviously, if you have a store on Rodeo Drive, that's going to be a lot more for rent. Your price is going to be a lot higher versus you having something in, say, like Iowa or something where, or not say Iowa, I don't know, I've never really been to Iowa, but you get my point. And you just want to have premium versus just regular standard pricing, and that depends on you, your personality, because I like the premium brand. I've always been a fan of having good quality stuff that lasts a while. I don't want a bunch of stuff. I just want a few that are just high quality. And I say that because that even goes into the tools and things you use for your business. So like your tweezers, are your tweezers nice? Are they fiber tipped? Do they have, do you have more than one pair? Because if you drop it, if you bend that tip, it's not going to work as good as it used to. So do you have a backup? Do you have, quality tools that's going to last the time for your business? Now, I say that in a way to make you understand that, even the location, this is where you can probably sign a lease for maybe 12 months, maybe a little bit longer, depending on where you're going. And that's really important. So the safety is number one, and that's I'm going to go and show you this here. So number one is safety, and I say that again because the client needs to feel comfortable. They need to know how to get a hold of you. They need to, if you want to walk them through the door, get them in. Because this studio that I'm in right now, it's a little different than some of the other ones. And I'll give you a little insights here. So the safety on this one here is really nice because we're in a well-lit, this is a building, this is like a business complex. There's a restaurant right next door. There's a grocery store right next door and a big office building. So this parking lot and Staples right there. This parking lot's pretty busy. There's people there all the time. There's lights. And I just love the fact that it's like that. And then when you walk in, there's 2 doors. The first door allows you into the waiting area. And then from that point, you can't go any further. So the studio doesn't allow walk-ins. You can't come in. Well, you can walk in, but you can't see anybody unless you get buzzed in. So the concept of that is being buzzed in. Why that's kind of cool because it makes it seem like hey, this place here is safety. There's 2 doors even for you as the lash tech. People won't just be walking around in front of your door, walking in, trying to do because if the door's unlocked here, people have to actually get in. They're on camera. Safety is really important. So getting buzzed in, I think, adds that little premium part. It's like, hey, you're exclusive. Only people that have appointments are allowed to come in. That adds, I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm trying to tell you from my standpoint how I feel about that. So knowing that you have the exclusivity of being able to go somewhere and it's like, hey, I have an appointment. I need to be here. They're going to let me in. It just feels a little bit more premium. Now, that's not for everybody, but your salon will have, the location you're at will have those different things. The other salon I looked at is they take walk-ins, so you can actually put on your door in front. You can say, your hours, what time. You can have your card out there in front. This one is not like that. So the way that people get booked here, there's multiple different ways. The first one is you market it and tell people yourself how you get it. Like, hey, here's my link to my booking, or here's my website, here's my phone number. You put that on your social, wherever you want to put that up. So that's kind of like on you where you want to put those things. And the next thing would be, if they found the salon suite itself, like this one's called My Salon Suites. And if you go to the website itself, you will see that it has, it tells you, put in your location, and then you say what you want to have done. Like if you did hair, whatever, if you said hair, then it's going to select and show you all the people in here, all the hairstylists. So, it kind of gives you an option of what people have available. And then from that point, you can see the person's, their social media handle if they put it on there. You can see their website if they put it on there, and so forth. So that's a nice little thing to have. And then Salon Lofts, I believe they allow you to book directly from their website as well. So there's a nice little thing. I mean, again, I'm not doing any of the booking stuff here, but again, these are things you need to look at, deciding on what software you want to use. If you want to do your own, like, was it Gloss Genius? You want to use Fresha? There's a couple other ones. So all depends on what you do. You can use Square. It's 100% to you. They use Square here. And the next thing I want to talk to you about is on the location. So when I looked at these office buildings, really nice, a lot more space. I like the fact that it was larger. However, they don't allow certain things there. So you got to make sure that, because you have to get a license. You have to get a general liability license. You have to make sure that, once you're licensed, you have to be a licensed cosmetologist or esthetician as well, depending on your state or wherever you're in. So get that first, figure out all that stuff. But what I wanted to mention is when I looked at a few of these these office spaces, which I did like. I liked the fact that some of them were larger, so I could have had a whole nice space on one side for me. What am I doing? So for my business, I'm doing content creation. I'm creating, I have a research and development area, and then I want to have a place for shipping, so I can do packaging, package products and ship them out, because that's my business model. Your business model may be just doing lashes and then selling products for them to, once they're finished, like to give them the aftercare kits, lash refill kits or whatever, cleansers. That's, again, these are things you need to think of when you're doing it. And the thing with a few of those office places, they asked me, are clients coming in? And if so, that they're going to say, well, we don't allow that because the carpet's there. You have to have, some of the buildings say we have to have the special license, whatever, if it's cosmetologist or whatever, the floor has to be flooring. It can't be carpet. So they're like, no, you can't do business here like that. Another one I found, they have to go to the front door. They have to get the concierge or the or whatever, the person, the admin at the front, to allow them to go to our room, which I didn't like that, because this place here is 24/7. They can just come in. I can tell them, hey, call me up. They have my phone number if you want to do something like that, or they can just buzz you and you just let them in at any time. Because again, the front door, actually the two double doors, the front one I think closes at 6, so they would have to call you if you do anything after hours. But they can come in. I mean, obviously it's 24 hours. You can do your business here all you want. So those are the main things with the office space and the salons. Now the other thing is, like, the other salon is just walk-in, so you can just walk in, walk around, see if somebody has a card there, or if their front door says walk-ins welcome, you can just do that. But here, again, it's appointments only. You have to call and come in that way. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is this particular set here. What they did, I mean, when I say set, I mean, like, this is all closed in. The roof is closed in. I have my own lights here. The glass door is, closed in. So I have the ability to make this my very own, meaning I can, I put curtains up so it's a little bit quieter in here. But the other ones, it was open roof. So it's like you just had 2 walls and 3 walls and the glass door. And then the top is just like you can see the rafters, so you can actually hear everybody. So it's loud, and that's expected. I mean, obviously you're going to be in a salon with 40 or 50 other people. You can hear there's going to be a lot of noise, foot traffic coming in. But again, is that what you want? Did you want to have a place where it's, if you're doing stuff where you need to have meditation or have some type of like quietness? That's what I want to do. I have, you can see right behind my head, I have that's a little speaker I have right there. So I play, lo-fi music or some type of instrumental, classical type stuff, so they can feel really calm and cozy, and they're bundled up. It's really cold in here. I like that. So that's a good thing. You can get them all bundled up. They feel cozy. Give them the blanket, give them the whole works, water, whatever. So that's what you need to look at. But that's where I'm at. So I wanted to leave this video here, just letting you know, when you look for a location, look for something that's close by major intersections. Make sure it has a nice parking lot where they feel safe. It's light up, well lit. The next thing is, make sure that if you like the decor, if you like the people that's in there, meaning just take a look at the other salons that are in there. There's no competition, so don't worry about it if there's a hairstylist right next to you, or if there's 3 more lash artists next to you. That does not make any difference, because you're going to be doing your own marketing. You follow me on this channel, I'll show you how to get your own clients, so that way you're fully booked. As soon as they leave, you're going to learn how to give them the aftercare card. You can learn how to upsell them. You can learn how to do all that stuff. So that's really important that you do, so you can build your own clientele. But again, learn from my mistakes, subscribe to this channel, watch how I'm building it out. And then this week, I should have the lights in. I'm going to order the lights in the recliner tomorrow and today, or the next 2 days. I'm going to order both of those. But that's where we're at. So thank you very much for watching, and watch this next video. You're going to see some more, the build out of what we're doing here. All right, ciao for now.